Yo, one of the Eastside Dancehall, link and Entourage Records. One of the talk I turn in Dancehall, link and Entourage Records. Your entourage, the meat you eat from money, your ruggedness.
Thanks. Bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up. And a Friday evening. Yeah, we got a few things to talk about. Grindsman suing Vybz Cartel. I think we can touch upon a little bit of that. Also, we see we have Vybz Cartel and Shenseea in the studio. Russian. So like I said, them have another collaboration I found out. Not sure if they want to up on the album, but we see where Vybz Cartel keep on putting out a lot of music, and we really need to touch upon that. Odie and Thompson, bless up yourself. Up, 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 up. So for all the air early, we're not hold on, we're not itch. We just want at least to get a sample size of what I want here, so, and then later me go ahead and play it again.
Looking at me face and talk to me now. Shimmy, shimmy, shake that back. Me love good in me clothes and naked. Give me a heart or a bank and break it. And then you can get the best of me.
Are you alone? Me a green and shave and a tell me. Close like St. Vincent and the Grenadine. Bring you on the yacht, just to pull down your Fendi jeans. Have to make you come by any means, yeah. Pussy your way, hey, spread the carpet. Don't worry about it, remember the boss wreck. Money want spend, call when you want wreck.
Which you want me dip or you want me go straight? Don't answer that. You want one.
And you alone, me a pre and shave and a tell me.
Yep, that's it.
I know though.
Bomba.
Yeah. Is that slack song?
Yeah.
That's a song we can.
It's a song you can set a couple slack with.
Okay, cool.
And me have to make it come by.
All right, so Peter Pan, bless up yourself, my general. Bless up yourself, bless up yourself. All right, as I said, a whole heap of things that unfold at once around Vybz Cartel and in dancehall. What usually means the conversation I will get louder. First, the lawsuit involving veteran DJ Grindsman over lyrics in a Benz Punany. This stirred up one whole heap of debate since yesterday. But at the same time, Vybz Cartel appears to be reconnecting musically with Shenseea. When these stories collide, we know say the reality is this, that Vybz Cartel are released music at an intense pace. Enough might say, okay, but Entourage, we know the Vybz Cartel, him work ethic turn up on the Malta, release music. But what we have to also remember, say Vybz Cartel are 50. And this raise a deeper question. Is this just momentum? Because we know say we see the momentum, we can't deny the momentum. Or is this cartel moving with a specific mission in mind? Bless up yourself, Gatimak. Yeah. Peter, big up yourself. So, may I say, is this where cartel have like a goal or objective in mind, where it might release music, you know, like constantly? Because we have to take in consideration, say, Cartel is not 920s, neither 930s. Vybz Cartel are 50 years old. So that may I wonder. So this is probably Vybz Cartel and the race against time. Because we know say he's much older now. And maybe there are some things in a dancehall or internationally what he might want to achieve, what he not achieve as yet. So it we are going to dive into now. Because you know what's interesting about dancehall right now? Every time you think the story slow down, Vybz Cartel find a way to put himself back in the center of the conversation. And this week, the headlines, I'm not going to use one word where me as the Sean them news. The headlines wild again. First, a veteran DJ Grindsman said he might take legal action over lyrics connected to the track, Benz Punany. And you know, this is something where I think should have been taken care of long time. Because we hear people forward out and bash whether Grindsman lyrics or not. We hear this DJ, I can't remember his name right now. I'm talking about it and the whole works. I'm talking about Baby Whale, but it doesn't matter who put it on plastic, who have it, who did it, and who, whenever you hear it, you can say Grindsman. Saying because I input it on plastic. So when this did go down years ago, and rather than them I say, yeah man, so somebody come take it from you. We know that in the world of music, it does not work like that. From somebody use your lyrics or whatever, him have rights. A whole heap of rights. See? Can we say Flower Gun? Few years ago with Miley Cyrus them, we'll see how it go. So as long as your lyrics have been used, even if you get clearance, lyrics used when royalty are cut up, man I go want them royalty. I saw the thing go, I saw the thing stay. See? Grindsman claims a certain part of the song. I don't know. But we don't know exactly where I say, but we know say compensation is there for him. It doesn't matter if it's $1, a compensation there for him. So when me talk about this it no matter how them go about it, from the mere fact, them forward and say them are gonna courtroom. This is a win-win situation. It might not get what I want or what I look for. But it's a win-win situation for him and his team. So, more don't think about this for a second. Dancehall has always been a culture of lyrical clashes, double meanings, and sometimes outright disrespect. That we know. For decades, artists throw shots at each other in a song, and the response usually forward back in another song. But when things move from the studio to the courtroom, that's kind of one different energy completely. But at the same time, they understand people want them money, them have families to feed like everybody else. This is normally rare in a dancehall, but it is what it is. I guess dancehall will move more away from the gentleman's culture to, hey, meet me in the courtroom. Because in the first place, sometimes it's so hard for two artists and dancers to collaborate on the wouldn't even know. You'd have come in like you try to get one foreign artist because so much red tape. You have to go through this manager, this or that. One whole heap of things for two artists collaborating. I'm not talking about a dancer. I swear, enough artists we fall upon a channel here, we might not bust out that big, uno can relate. I mean, no someone can tell me. Say, artists give you one whole heap of stylings, them say you have to talk to this, talk to that. Whole heap of things. And even though it was done between Sean Paul and Vegas, but when them have one issue, the business never get done same way because of something similar. Foolishness, couldn't forward to an agreement, and that's why Sean Paul name and Sean Paul alone end up on one song and Vegas begs all today. So, as me I say, when things move from the studio to the courtroom, it kind of bring off one different energy completely. Because suddenly, the question is no longer who are the better lyrics. The question becomes, where does artistic freedom stop? And where does defamation begin? But this wasn't really about defamation, really and truly. This was about Kartel sampling. Well, he never used Grindsman's voice. So sampling or using his lyrics. So it was Vybz Kartel's voice, not a sample. See? But it was Grindsman lyrics. See? The chorus. Give me the Benz. Was so I decided there. But in a Kartel's case, the conversation carries more weight. And we know that. Say, enough people have said, so why no? Only person can answer that. A Grindsman. This is an artist whose entire career has been built on fearless lyrics, controversy, and pushing the boundaries of what dancehall can say. And what you spoke about about Vybz Cartel, say, you know, it's just that he was brave enough to say certain things, you know, but you know, them do it in a one different way. Vybz Cartel more direct. So the lawsuit alone is already one big story. But here's the twist. At the exact same time that legal knives are built up, Kartel on the opposite side, it not slow down none at all because we see where him, Russian, Shenseea in a studio. Kartel a release music. Him a collaborate again. And the rumor will say he might be linking up with Shenseea for another track. Kartel say he has good work ethic, but there's a lot of other people lyrics he took. Why now? Because he sees an opportunity. Yeah, Kartel sample a few songs well we can identify. Now, if the song drop with Vybz Kartel and Shenseea, and this song, if it good, you know so the internet are gonna explode. Because remember, Shenseea and Vybz Kartel, based power with Sister Far, with Panic, the musical chemistry, it looked good and it grabbed enough attention. Whether the energy, whether the controversy, or whether the sheer star power of those two names together, people are gonna listen. So on one side, you have legal drama, and on the next side, you have music momentum. And that brings us to the bigger question. Why Vybz Kartel seems like him a move so fast right now, like father time I catch up on him, like him basically I work for him pension, I like him pension time I followed up and I put in as much work right now before him I start putting the IRA there and all them things and knowing say, hey, you only have maybe 10 or 15 years left before you can't put it in after 65. Something to that effect. May I wonder because we see him putting work. Or is this just natural work ethic of someone who always been one of the most prolific artists in dancehall history? Vybz Kartel always put in the work. We cannot say no. Kartel will do 5, 7 or more songs a day. Him said it himself out time out. But we are put one 50-year-old man along with a 30-year-old Vybz Kartel. So we have put the two together and we have make a comparison. Say, you know, it's different. It's different now. So is it that there are things out there where Vybz Kartel did not get, where him a race against time right now to get? Because his legacy is already there. But is it that there are some things out there, maybe internationally, what him want? Was it at 100? Well, a few things though, which may include the Grammy, which may include platinum, which may include a few other things. But we see Beenie Man them have, where we see Shabba Rankin them have. So is it something like that where him are putting as much work and then see where the chip land? And you know, because right now, as when I talked to Chavez earlier, I said to him, say, if Kartel continues to put up music, and if there's a Popcorn, Massacre, and Alkaline right now, I put up music to compete against them. Nothing else and nobody else can really match up because we can't think about Bounty Killer Beenie Man. See? And we can't think about the new youth them like Skipper, Chronicle, and them. Not so easy because Kartel are heavier hitter than them. See? And him know the music to a certain extent. He knows the music. And even though Popcorn, Alkaline, and Massacre younger than him, but them reach a stage now where more like we can say that than prime. Them reach one stage of maturity where them will music what them do know. See, the dancehall fans them will grab onto it, and maybe them have more sustain most sustainability as far as for them music, what them do now. Even though I talk about the Skipper, even though I talk about the Kartel'S, even though I talk about the Valiant, even though I talk about the Skengden, but at the end of the day, in all honesty, I don't think them right now, the pace or the songs them could have been the same matchup against Vybz Kartel. And that's why you hear we constantly talk about the albums them with Vybz Kartel, Massacre, and Alkaline Agado, because only them the artists, the Anna Popcorn, can really compete with the Vybz Kartel. All right. Got the Mac. You must say, why now? Because he sees the opportunity. But can you ever think of a time Vybz Kartel was moving fast in his career? Okay, Peter Pan, so fling it up on the boy, and lyrics comes from Crystal Gale. Long and lasting love. Anytime TV say, I think Vybz Kartel have a 5-year window. I'm not gonna push no negative energy towards the teacher. The teacher always work hard until you say it otherwise. And Vybz Kartel has a hot 100. Okay, so that's why I'm saying, you know, not being quote on that, but at 100, which song? Educate me, please. Which song? Which song? I remember when they were compared in a few months ago that talk about Kartel, Beatman, Shabba, and stuff, and they were Shaggy, Sean Paul. So they were showing what these artists achieve internationally in comparison to Vybz Kartel. Educate me and let me know for which song. We're glad to talk about it and think, because I don't know. So may I try to find if there's a natural work ethic for Vybz Kartel, who's always been one of the most prolific artists in the dancehall history. When it comes on to do music and things, as I remember if Gaza said, Mr. Gaza, I can't remember him say Vybz Kartel just love the music and doing things. I can't remember. So may I say that something else I go on? Because if you look close upon Kartel's current piece, you know, it almost feel like he's in a creative sprint right now. Because songs that drop quickly, collaborations that pop up, and there's constant talk about albums, projects, and new material, which we know the Vybz Kartel will do an album this year, right? And we know we see songs fouled off it already, because Panic with Shenseea is one for the album, according to what we hear. So for many artists, especially at Kartel's stage in life and career, the expectation more likely would be the opposite. Most artists slow down at this age. Most artists would have become selective as what material they put out. Them drop album more likely every few years and focus on legacy. But Vybz Kartel, based on what we are seeing, him not look like him interested in slow down at all. Him a drop sound. Him a drop music. And it seems like he's dropping an album for every year. So if anything look like his work ethic has turned up another notch, it's possible. And that leads to a theory many fans are asked about. Many fans are asked, many fans are wonder, maybe Kartel understands something about time and opportunity that most artists ignore. And the time and opportunity right now looks good because Kartel realized too, so him have the momentum. Him have one momentum because remember now, Chavez, we talked about this earlier. Few months ago, remember when I talked about, we were talking about Massacre as far as who are on dancehall. Remember now on the panel what we said? I think Peter said, so okay, one of me run dancehall. Don't it take each song and whatever the case may be. That's how we always used to judge it. And somebody said, want to Skipper, because Skipper been outstreaming Massacre, stuff like that. So we keep on counteracting each other our own definition of who are on the ground, our own definition of who we get arts of the year, and things of that nature. Okay, Brent, last night when I was checking Fever number, we will get an update soon that Fever sell platinum. The Russian song with Kartel and Shenseea. Kartel is current age, you see. We'll never work on him. He already transcend generation. If a Fever is close to selling platinum, good thing that. Very good thing that. So, what may I say? Maybe what Vybz Kartel take the opportunity with two hands, where most artists probably don't pay attention to, and most artists probably are ignored to, because in a music, especially in a dancer, the window to dominate, not stay open for a long time, or don't stay open forever. That big bad boy can close real quick, and uno know that for a fact. New artists arrive on the scene quicker and faster. Like I said, who they are. Dancehall is a genre where the sound change quick. New sound might fall and take over, the audience might shift. So when our artists like Kartel still commanding global attention, it makes sense to maximize on the moment. Drop your song then, build your catalog, and strengthen your legacy. Because if you don't notice something else about Kartel's strategy lately, is this idea of consistent project. Whether him have him eye power and ball we can't see or not, but a consistent project. Enough talk I go around dancer for him potentially releasing one album every year. That how it look like to me, that how it look like to enough people else. And that's not a random move. Right now in the streaming era, artists who drop songs consistently, them are going to stay inside the algorithm. Them are going to stay inside the conversation and stay inside the fans playlist. Like my boy accompany my DM and say, yo, well, you're not about Gully God. Nah, do not see fans them. That's why I look like we just scatter, we spread out. So from this perspective, yeah, we can understand. Rampage Shop made it to number 76. Rampage Shop, touch on Lego with that Rampage Shop thing there. Because I don't know I can't tell you how that Rampage Shop thing there. Because them change the power and different rhythm, and then we really need to look into the Rampage Shop song there. Because it never get no clearance. Near within lie itself, but it did clear the song. Not nice enough to remind them like, yo, y'all lying, stop it. Yeah. So, and we know, say, if one thing we know about Vybz Kartel, he's always been a master of understanding the game. He's always been a master to understand the pulse of the streets. So, it's like a selector. Anytime him feel a vibe and an energy there, he might go capitalize on it. And probably and that is what him do right now. So maybe this isn't about making songs. Maybe it's about building a final chapter in a theme career that is so productive that the legacy becomes undeniable. And not for the legacy that we are talking about as far as the greatest dancehall artist of all time. Someone want to think about it. If Kartel drop one album every year for the next several years, somebody say 5 years, in the Kartel 5 years. So say 5 years then, the catalog will becomes massive. New fans discover him constantly, and the story of his career evolves from controversy to something bigger. Yeah? Okay. So this will become the story of one of the most relentless creators dancehall has ever seen. But of course, nothing around Cartel ever forward without drama. And this brings me back to what I talked about earlier, which is the lawsuit from Grindsman. Because legal battles can slow down an artist. But Cartel have another legal battle, because remember now, so the Trinidad promoter him officially assumed, was it for 7.4, 7 point something million? Is it TT dollars? Something to that effect. 7.4, is 7.4? But I'm assuming some TT dollars, because legal battles can slow down artists. Them can create distractions and them can drain energy and focus. But knowing Cartel's history, controversy has never stopped him before. All right? And remember, he was a man, I think, based on the movements, I think he believed in that controversy self. Because we never see Cartel running from controversy at no time. None at all. In fact, enough time it looked like say, the controversy fuels the music. The more people talk, the more song it might release. The more critics speak, the louder the songs become. And as one of the brethren on the panel said, if we not say oh, Cartel deal with things when time Cartel were incarcerated and people are criticizing him and all them things there, him just drop one line. Unlike oh, Killer that deal with it and crash out. Him go ahead and say something and you can tell, say, you know, say, and talk about stuff like that. So as I said, the more critics speak, the louder him songs become. And if the Shenseea collaboration really is on the way, that could be another example of Cartel doing what he has always done best. Now, viewers, may I ask you, like of the like, please press like on the press like. Give me a few likes on the channel, please. So Vybz Cartel always turn attention into momentum. Because one thing about Cartel, him understand the power of timing. Him a drop one big collaboration while headlines are swirling. See? And that enough artists might not understand. That's the kind of move where keep the entire dancehall industry watching. So when I step back and look at everything out where I'm right now, you start to see one much bigger picture. We have the lawsuit with Grindsman and the potential Shenseea collaboration. We see him and Russian at the studio. We played it earlier, but as I said, we'll play it again when we go more into the vlog. We'll play it again. So the constant flow of new music and the possibility the Cartel are work towards one long-term goal we haven't fully seen yet. But I can't scratch your head right now. I wonder what you're up to. But as time goes by, I guess we will see and we understand. Maybe a yearly albums, maybe a global expansion, or maybe a something even simpler, but we're not even really expect. Or maybe Vybz Cartel just to try and make sure say, when the history of dancehall is written, the name isn't just a part of the story. In other words, him are the story. But one of the chapters that never stop being discussed, and what brings us to the real question, is Cartel moving this fast because teamwork ethic is reaching one next level? Or does Cartel understand say, opportunities in music don't last forever, and now is the time to take advantage of every single one, especially knowing him have the momentum, him have people attack. Or Brent Joseph said, I think Cartel don't like people questioning his spot in dancehall, so he's on a mission to remove all doubt. Who else agree with that? So Vybz Cartel might be on a mission, whereas all the eyes them and all the T's them, him want that them, so that when it's all said and done, there can be no question asked of some of the things them in a dancehall that he might not have achieved so far. Uno might know some of them, and uno can list them whenever, when you're ready. Just type it and then we can talk about it. Because right now, if the current pace continue, we might be witnessing one of the most productive phases of Vybz Kartel career. And that might be in terms of music we have followed out and the success of the music. Because we know from a long time that Vybz Kartel always drop volume music. We know that from a long time. But what if for every 5 songs in drop right now, 4 of them becomes a hit? Listen to that again. What if the songs that Vybz Kartel drop right now, for every 5 songs when drop, 4 of them becomes a hit? And in dancehall, that I say whole heap. Yes, that's saying a lot. So the lawsuit might make headlines today, but the music Kartel I released right now could shape the generations for years to come. And in a dancehall, and really in a true dancehall fashion, the debate might just get started. So we see Grindsman a couple times somewhere there. I go up on an interview and him talk when I talk and think. But honestly, what the interview bless up, I never get to catch the interview, the one I talk about the lawsuit, but which is a Vybz Grindsman in present in the space.
So I interview first, man.
But no, man.
That way you your career, your journey.
Yeah, man, I told me one lock one few people, then they interview.
Yeah, man. You gotta do your performance, man. You ready?
All right.
Come on, what's them? You ready? Hello?
So what we think about Grindsman right now, taking his thing in the courts. He might carry it legally. Or what we think about him right now? Is this good for Grindsman? I'm sure you ask that. If him win it good for him, yes. I mean, if $500 and get. Is this good for dancehall? Is Grindsman on a witch hunt? Or, hey, if he got bread out there, he needs to go and get it. Which one? Is Grindsman fishing? Somebody tell me. All right, we'll see this as well where Kartel promote the show. Well, it look like one new song might in it as well. Well, let me see what going on.
Oh, 2 sold out, 2's on the poster. Jump back, panic jet, welcome to Boca. Stand up out of me gate, me do a loafer. 3 Benz, 2 Rolls Royce, 1 McLaren, 0 chauffeur. Me in and out of your girl like teleporter. Gamble and lose, boom, boom, a poker. Me bring poverty, go coach with strain in order. Was broke, but now I have a broker. Try fuck with the bread, you face the toaster.
All right, so I did play the song earlier with him and Shenseea. It look like they both have a collaboration. So him asked Russian if it's a slack song, but Russian are giving the edge up. I said, all right, now man, like I say, yo, that pizza can't go in there, man. Don't worry yourself. Nothing wrong with that. So I want to tell you one thing about that song. Peter never liked it when I first preview it. So I'm gonna send it out again. I want to tell more go on.
Looking at me face and talk to me now. Shimmy, shimmy, shake that back. Me look good in me clothes and naked. Give me a heart or a bank and break it. And then you can get the best of me.
Are you alone? Me a green and shave and a tell me. Close like St. Vincent and the Grenadine. Bring you on the yacht, just to pull down your Fendi jeans. Have to make you come by any means, yeah. Pussy Yahweh, hey, spread the carpet. Don't worry about it. Remember the boss rich. Money want spend, call when you want rent.
Which way you want me dip or you want me go straight? Don't answer that. You are one.
And you want me a pre-now shave and a ten of me.
Yep, that's it.
I know though.
Bomba.
You understand?
That's some.
Yeah. Is that slack song?
Yeah.
That's a song we can.
Is that something you can set a couple slack?
Okay, cool.
And I mean, I have to make it come by.
All right, so as you can see, him and Shenseea and Russia, you see on the screen, are them in the studio. Seeing? And that's the tune with them preview. Yeah, that's the tune with them preview. And this them I run with. I'm not sure if the one there on the album. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. But then preview that one here. And Pete already I give a thumbs down for that one. But Hardball TV. Where you going with? You hear the song? You hear the preview? And what you think about it if you hear it? Who else hear it and like it? Who else hear it and might have a different opinion? Who think Kartel will go too hard? Or who think Kartel will go at the right place? Okay, Alba saying like it. Who else like it? Who thinks the Kartel might sit, the window might have closed? You know, so the music might have changed. Remember now, so the youth them bit forward and them do them thing. Who thinks they must strike the iron while it's hot? Meaning, him realize from well near a 50 watt caliber. Jerome bless up. When him realize that, hey, listen, from 2026 start, we not talk much about Peter artist. We don't know Peter artist. We not talk much about him. Can take long. He drop a song last week Friday, and it wasn't what most people expect. So if it that him realize that the momentum might shift, him have it, so I deal with it wicked. So him now wait for nobody. Bring us the right pace. Him now wait for nobody. So him now play second figure. So him now just talk about the arena and all that. Him make music go to back up with the arena. Cause remember now, the argument nowadays, a few months ago. Peter, if you're still there, remember the argument with you. And we were talking about who run the ground. Who are on the ground. So basically the argument only is passionate about his craft. I agree. So the only thing them could have stood up with it at the time was God is the greatest. Against nobody other song we talk about. No, the momentum shift, you know? The momentum shift. And we don't need glasses to see it because we can tell, we can feel it. But you want to say last week, in terms of I saw Massacre always drop him song them. In wait a few months and before he start dropping first song, but like momentum shift. And these are something we talked about from before. "2026 is not going to be a normal year." Sean, remember you said that too? It's not going to normal. So, is this strategy the artists are used? I'm a race my race to the wire. Remember, I know you have 50, you know? I go and say, what a caliber. So, is the rest of dancehall lazy? Can't compete? Can it now lock up with them? So only there are two artists that have the same work ethic or similar work ethic, as you say. God, I got it some first. You don't think so? God, I got it some first. You don't think dancehall will want that? Some first? March, April, May, June, July. Who else thinks so? Dancehall will want we entertain, just advertise, or for real? One done, Man U Football Club. We're not come fifth that year. Yeah, man, thanks for the information. But one thing about this though, Gully gather some first. Is that a good move? And the reason why I even ask that because I mean I said probably by the time Gully gather reach JA, it might be played out. I don't know. I'm just not saying that. I'm just putting it out there. What's your interest in this Gully gather some first? I too early to ask. So can this Sumfest be a record-breaking year? Remember, in 2008 was a record-breaking year. Not a Sumfest, that's the thing. Remember that one there? It was jam-packed. My father just go to the dirt, Cartel again. I have all them easy, you know. That's how I try to get. But yeah, I see Bounty could have been one over the years after that one 93 match thing. It would be something similar. Yeah, we see Wally what performance with Bounty could have been, man. One of the first ones that found to my mind was 95 Sting. I think this was in Montego Bay. I was seeing many performances with two of them after that. It's like the inner season, outer season. As far as them cool this minute, them not cool. I mean, I can say they're my friend. I mean, to me, it was a tolerance. Yeah. So, if anybody look for a real authentic clash, you know what happen. You have to check Alkaline and what's his name? Massacre. That's the only real authentic clash you'll get. And remember, some fest wasn't a gun fest. So we now get certain things at some fest. That's why one of the reasons why we need to bring back some of the shows them. Earlier when I talk, I'm never remember the show name. One vlog me do. The show the name Camouflage with Idonia. We say the torch a burn and rain a fall. So if we want a real authentic clash, we have to encourage the promoters to bring back shows like them there. Camouflage. The next one named Follow the Arrow. And Sting. I don't remember any other show where you know say when you got there a problem. It's a 2 class go on school of anniversary. And we post up one Bounty Killer and Beenie Man. And Munga come never brought my head with the microphone that one next one. So but we need some of them show there. As long as they can be clean. Then we can have an authentic clash. But guys are going to some first. Or like a good show for that. Even though I know that it won't be like before. It's more like my friend of mine. I mean, two DJ them do them tune, and they might know which tune counteract which tune and whatever the case may be. So probably for them, this is like shooting fish in a pond. Because we the fans now have a lower expectation and not expect. If you remember the Bounty Killer being man and how they did their thing for a while, that was very entertaining. We did like it. So, if you don't like that, and remember how that did go, then y'all be a fan of this one. We are found out. Somebody asked the other day if some new songs them the other era and stuff like that. Can be. It wouldn't be as authentic. The artist, them that did say them new song. They're not even true, they're not even doing no song against each other lately. And in all honesty, not even the song them where Vybz Cartel book behind bars against my father. I'm not even sure if that even would I even make it to the stage. But then start from there, so then again they would not start from there. Well, it would be good though. Build the momentum from last. But one thing I tell them, however it's done, that was good. You have to camp out and maybe the weekend there. God is so. Better myself. Optimum Prime. Yeah, man, I feel like I should camp out and maybe the weekend there. The show should be on a Friday night. But if I'm on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Taking the show. When I vlog. Live on the channel. One thing. Last year, me kind of, for some reason, I feel like it's gonna be too much people last year. I feel it's gonna be too crowded. Due to how enough people have seen Cartel in a long time. That's why I kind of said, no, we can't manage that crowd. But this year, I don't know. Not the crowd, yeah, but still. A history, again. And then Cartel, when Cartel found is historical. In my Movado, a more history than I make. One thing, what's the father of some 50? One thing was sure. I was going to say, I'm going to do Cartel again. But it's not that kind of show. I mean, no, same note to him. He just trolling. You want me good energy, good vibe. So one thing about Grindsman, is he looking at attention? Did he do the right thing? And if he take himself, or it's within his right to do what he has done. A few more like on the stream, people. A few more like on the stream. So when I heard that before, does Cartel think the time I catch up on him? Will I push up music? Because he have an aim, he have a goal. Our next collaboration with Shenseea, which we previewed earlier. The preview it again.
Looking at me face and talk to me now. Shimmy, shimmy, shake that back. Me look good in me clothes and naked. Give me a heart or bank and break it. And then you can get the best of me.
Are you alone? Me a green and shave and a tell me. Close like St. Vincent and the Grenadine. Bring you on the yacht, just to pull down your Fendi jeans. Have to make you come by any means, yeah. Pussy your way, hey, spread the carpet. Don't worry about it, bring by the boss stretch. Money want spend, call when you want rent.
Which way you want me dip or you want me go straight? Don't answer that. You are one.
Are you alone? Me a pre and shave and a tell me.
Yep, that's it.
I know though.
Bumbo.
You understand?
That's
Yeah. Is that slack song?
Yeah.
That's a song we can.
It's a song you can set a couple slack.
Okay, cool.
And me have to make it come by.
Tasha Blake, yeah, I've got to talk to Hardbar with that. The boy run like a wounded dog. Broke your seat record. Don't run. Hey, there's so much things about that clash that can be spoken about, and so much time different people fall answer different things. Everybody has an opinion from the clash. Somebody fall the other day and say, my father win my record and my father win that stick. Somebody fall and say something different. Say my father lose. Both of them. So, but one thing I can say, it was very intense. And it had its great moments. Because competition, most times, bring out the best in an artist. When artists compete, artists find some, artists find lyrics that probably they themselves never even know that them words that exist, whether they're vocab or wherever. Song, bust up your head. Yeah, bust up in your head, that is. You find something, you find some sitting. Yeah, that's what I said. You find some sitting to say. You find some sitting to chat about. That's why I love sound clash. That's why I love artist clash. It bring out one competitive spirit. As long as there's no violence in it, drag me from Niggle Point to Moran Point, anyway. One clash, a confrontation. Yeah, man. And our YouTube space show that to indirectly. Whenever there's a clash, we have more people on YouTube. And more people that stream the songs, more people I listen to them, I watch the channels then, and all that. That's why sometimes I hear some of the vloggers them fall off, yo, but dancehall bored. You understand? Is this song going to be a hit? Viewers, is this song going to be a hit? One thing. Is it? Peter already condemned the song early and thing. Okay, audience says it's possible. So okay. All right, so far with Panic, we see where they do numbers and thing and Phantom by I support the music. But what y'all think about Panic in general though? Wanna think about the song Panic? I mean, we know say are two big guns sing it. But what do we consider that song to be? Panic is a good song, hit song, popular song. But this is a single of Vybz Kartel upcoming album. So I would know how it go when song just follow. It's song. Brina said it's song. Okay, see. Okay. All right. So Panic after the album release as a single. Don't think about that one there. I don't know. Okay, I lie. I was gonna say I don't know the numbers. Van God is the greatest, but I just remember somebody did talk about it earlier or was it last night. I don't say I don't know the numbers, but would Panic do as well as God is the greatest? But remember somebody did say 30 million. Would Panic do the similar numbers like God is the greatest? Only think you'll be do only think it'll do as good numbers like those? I got the greatest a much better song. Much better, more catchy, and the whole works. It's song. Anytime Vybz it. It's song. Same. Okay. All right. Panic it's song. Okay, cool. So Panic it's song. So move out the BBC rich in comparison to Panic. I would maybe Panic might have more longevity, but due to the lyrical content of that song. But which song I don't think might hit first? BBC Rich or Panic? Movado BBC Rich or Panic? Which song might take the charts first? Billboard said Panic is the biggest song out of Jamaica this year. See there? Anytime Vybz that. I share some knowledge. Who else? Who else can tell me what them think about them two songs there? Where we are come from? Okay. All right. So Friday evening. We'll take a break. More like might forward later. Probably. Across street, but at some point might forward if I even feel. Half an hour same way hour. Panic. Aye. Seen. Hold on there now. So what do you think about the lawsuit with Grindsman and Vybz Cartel? You think Grindsman are wasting time? You think him way too late to do this? I think Vybz Cartel should angle a business a long time. Who can tell me from forward off? Grindsman, Cartel. Both songs are hit songs. Good answer. Grindsman Kartel. Grindsman, did he wait too long to do this? Or it doesn't matter how long he waits. He can always claim. Somebody tell me now. Far where I come from. Okay, we said, I don't know Benz Punany, right? Give me the Benz Punany, I'm going to drive it out. Remember Vybz Cartel did over that song? That chorus damn thing. Well, according to information that found out from yesterday, Grindsman is seeking his compensation and contacted lawyer and thing. And he's going at Vybz Cartel for using his lyric. He said, okay, Brina said he could handle it differently. Somebody let fall upon a channel yesterday while we, and I must say, Grindsman said he sent over enough message to Cartel or whatever the case may be. I think it was a Gaza fan as well. Who wouldn't know that though? So they are going to the legal channel. So that way they can see exactly how much hard copy the song sell, how much stream. But I don't know them thing they're going on. When they go in a legal system, I don't know them thing they're going on. Enough people don't understand. So them thing they go. So because the stream X and whatever. No. They use the material, you can put a number upon it, but not a ridiculous number. No ridiculous number, no. It doesn't work like that. See? But you can put a number upon it. And then you can cover them bulls as far as, yeah, that go to this and that, and I try to contact. Enough things, emotional damage, whatever. Then start put all them things there, nice. Problem. So it's not that the song did this and that. You know, because you try to say, okay, we try to level out a court, which, you know, and all that, whatever. We try to settle out a court, I should say. So, remember, I know a song you have to, a person, person's value comes to consideration as well. So, some people say, yesterday said, because of how Kartel are going in terms of his success and things. Sometimes you never know, not true. You don't know until you know. So that was a part of the subject matter. But some people say another theme song in the first place. But you know what I'm gonna say? I input it on plastic. I want fear. What's yours is yours. As long as somebody use any part of your material, some of your material, they say it there. Yeah, that's where it is. That's where the cookie crumble. How we use to determine a hit without numbers. Okay, you talk streaming numbers, or you talk numbers as far as how much songs they purchase. Okay, and this is a digital age, and things kind of different. Things kind of different in a digital age. Yeah. So, but me day here, Friday evening, as I said, they are 1:15 minutes. Might fall down later, but we'll see how it go. But bless up everybody. Like up the stream, share the stream, the world works, and you know, we pick it up later again. Enough love and everything. Entourage family, bless up on yourself, you know. Don't drink and drive. And if you're on the road, please be safe. Enough love, enough respect. Entourage out. Odean, big up yourself. You see, some people look at hits. Some people look at hits different. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Different people have different ways and means of look at it. Because and I can name out so much things, but we're not gonna do it right now. So blessed love, and later we forward again. Entourage out.